Hello everyone. In this series of videos, we are going to discuss theories which describe how our planet Earth originated. So let's begin. In geography, there is no common consensus among scientists about origin of our planet Earth and our solar system. But it can be argued that all the planets of our solar system believed to have been formed by the same process. In this regard, a large number of hypotheses were given by different philosophers and scientists regarding origin of Earth, and these theories were divided into two parts. The first one would be early theories. These early theories focus on how Earth and our solar system originated, and second is modern theories, where scientists took up the problems of how our universe as a whole originated. And of course, Earth is a part of this universe, so Earth and our solar system must have been formed by the same process through which this universe originated. Though there exist a large number of theories, we will discuss some of the important early as well as modern theories, such as in early theories, we are going to discuss first one, gaseous hypothesis of Kant, and second, nebular hypothesis of Laplace. And these two theories are based on monistic concept, that is, which involves only one heavenly body in the process of origin of our solar system and the Earth. And third one would be planetesimal hypothesis, which is based on dualistic concept, and which is also known as binary theory, due to involvement of two heavenly bodies in the origin of solar system and the Earth. And the fourth one under this early theories would be revised nebular hypothesis by Otto Schmidt and Carl Weizsäcker. And in modern theories, we are going to discuss widely accepted Big Bang theory, which is also known as expanding universe hypothesis. And today we are going to discuss one of the important early theories, that is gaseous hypothesis of Kant. And this gaseous hypothesis was given by Immanuel Kant in 1755 in his book The Natural History and Theory of the Heavens, or the essay on the working of mechanical origin of the entire universe on the basis of Newtonian laws. Here, Kant claimed that his theory was based on Newton's laws of gravitation and rotatory motion. But in simple terms, Newton's laws of gravitation states that every particle attracts every other particle in the universe. So, to explain his hypothesis, Kant made some assumptions based on Newton's laws of gravitation. The first assumption made by Kant is there was a primordial, slowly rotating cloud of gas and matter comprised of very cold, solid, and motionless particle. Here, primordial means ancient or prehistoric, which means in ancient or prehistoric times there exists a cloud of gas and matter which is slowly rotating and comprised of very cold, solid, and motionless particles. Here in this picture you can see the spectacular view of nebula, which consists of gases and dust particles. And further, Kant assumed that these particles began to collide with each other like this under their mutual gravitational attraction within the primordial matter. Now, this mutual attraction and collision between the particles generated heat and random motion like this in the primordial matter. This you can see here in this picture. Further, these random motion of particles generated rotatory motion within the primordial matter. Thus, in due course, the original cold and motionless cloud of matter became a vast hot nebula and started spinning around its own axis like this. And further, with the generation of the heat, temperature of the primordial matter increased. In physics, we studied that increase in the heat causes expansion of the object. Like that, as heat increased, the size of the nebula increased. So here Kant assumed that with the increase in the size of the nebula, the rotatory speed of the nebula also increased. Further, the rotatory speed became so fast that the centrifugal force exceeds the attractional or centripetal force. Thus, irregular ring was separated from the middle part of the nebula. Here in this picture you can see that irregular ring was getting separated from the middle part of the nebula. And further, by the repetition of the same process, a system of 9 concentric rings were separated from the nebula. The residual central mass of the nebula remained as the sun. Here you can see the formation of sun with the residual nebular mass, and these irregular rings caused the development of cores for the formation of corresponding planets, and apparently planets were formed due to aggregation of all matters which were separated from the nebula. And as planets formed by the primordial matter, by the repetition of the same process, a system of concentric rings were separated from the newly formed planets, and the materials of each ring condensed to form the satellites of each planet. Here, this is the planet, and these are the satellites of corresponding planets, and thus the whole solar system comprised of sun, planets, and their satellites were formed. And now, why this beautifully explained theory was being criticized by our scientific community? The first one, Kant never explained the source of primordial cloud, from where it is originated. And second, Kant did not explain the source of energy which caused the random motion of the particles of the primordial matter, which were cold and motionless in the initial stage. Because according to Newton's first law, a body remains at rest, or if in motion, it remains in uniform motion at constant speed until and unless the external force is being applied on it. But the particles of primordial matter, as assumed by the Kant, were at rest and no external force was being applied on them, and thus he never explained what caused the random motion of the particles which were initially at rest. And the third one, scientifically it is impossible that collision among the particles due to random motion can never generate rotatory motion in it. And the fourth one, the assumptions that the rotatory speed of the nebula increased with increase of the size was against the law of conservation of angular momentum. That is, as per laws, without any external force, angular momentum will not increase. So, due to its inherent defects, this theory was not accepted by our scientific community. And however, the importance of Kant's hypothesis lies in the fact that it was first attempt for the explanation of the origin of Earth. So, in this video, we introduce ourselves to the important modern and early theories, and we discussed gaseous hypothesis of Kant in detail. In upcoming videos, we are going to discuss other theories as well. So, thank you.